There was a boy who started to play cricket, rugby and soccer. And with these three sports, he was making his mark. But then finally, he chose cricket. We have the South African legend, Herschelle Gibbs, with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum salam. How are you?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Lovely to be here. Yeah.
Great. Your association with Kashmir Premier League, we'll start with this. How do you feel about this association? And especially when you did that tweet telling the world about KPL and telling the world that you are going to be associated with this league. How was that?
Look, I mean, I had no hesitations. I mean, I'm my own boss. You know, I don't work for anybody but myself. So I'm entitled to go wherever I want to go, you know, and I will do that for as long as I am on this planet, you know, with regards to cricket. If there's an opportunity, you know, for me to coach somewhere, then that's where I'll go. And, you know, if I think it's going to do me a world of good, then so be it. I had no issues tweeting anything, and I will tweet again, so it makes a difference.
So you follow your heart mainly?
No, correct. I mean, like I said, I mean, you got to work. You know, you work for a boss. I'm my own boss, and that's where I go, and that's it. That's what's going to happen. I'm very happy that I made that decision to come and be associated with the KPL, and like I said earlier, it made a fantastic start, and you know, the first season, I think second season is going to be even better.
So wanting to be your own boss, how difficult has it been to play under a captain? Has it been difficult, or was it always easy because you were the boss?
No, look, yeah, I mean, those days when, you know, when I had a boss, basically, no, it was quite easy. You know, it's a team game, and you buy into the team culture, the team, and what the captain wants, and that was easy. But like I said, once you retire, you become your own boss, and then, you know, you call your own shots.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, how did you choose cricket? Because as I mentioned, you've been playing like rugby and soccer. How did you choose cricket?
And why?
Yeah, so I chose, what happened was I tore my cruciate ligament in I think it was my second year out of school. Mm-hmm. Second year out of school. But by then, I'd been playing 4 years of first class cricket already by then. And in those days, you could still play cricket in the summer, rugby in the winter, you know, do 6 months. But and then, yeah, so that was 1994. I tore my cruciate ligament in my left knee, and the surgeon, he just said, he basically made the decision for me. He said, look, you've started playing cricket. You're rather off just giving up the rugby and carry on playing cricket. So he actually made the decision for me.
Okay, so it was his decision.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
but then when you started to play cricket, there was no looking back. I remember he is the first player to hit 6 consecutive sixes on 6 balls. And that was, I believe, in 2007 against Netherlands, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was the first to do it internationally. Yes.
Internationally, yes.
Was it ever planned, or was it just luck and spur of the moment when you decided that you're going to do that?
It was definitely a spur of the moment. You know, if I go back to the over itself, I think there's 2 ways you can look at it. You know, when you have the mindset that you want to hit every ball for 6, you can't just think, okay, fine. You know, because he's a spinner, some batsmen might want to use their feet every ball. And other batters sometimes, you know, for me it was more after the first 2 that I hit, I sort of stayed back and waited for him to bowl.
Right.
You know, so it's almost like I'd shown him my hand. You know, I've showed him, look, I've got 2 sixes. What have you now got? You know,
Another
so I waited for him, and after the next 2, I think by then, after the 4th one, you know, his brain was already fried. He didn't know what to do anymore.
You spoiled his entire career.
Yeah.
You've had that mark over his career.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do, and you know, I think it was the 4th one that I say that because the straight boundaries were quite short in that ground.
Oh, okay.
He bowled me a short wide one, and I think I could have cut it maybe, you know, to the point boundary. But in that split second, I decided I'm going to flat bat it straight back over his head, and it went for 6. And then the last, like I said, the last 2, his brain was fried by it. Yeah.
And coming to Test cricket, your highest score, 228, is against Pakistan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it like playing that match?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I mean, it was in my home ground, Newlands, yes. 2003, I think it was. And it was a fantastic day because I think we almost scored 500 on that first day. Myself and Graham Smith were lucky enough to put on 360 for the first wicket. And it was just one of Waka Yunus's last games. So it was nice to get one over him because before then, Wasim and Waka used to clean me up for a living. So it was quite nice to, sort of even up the scores as it was.
But then how do you compare the team of those days, the Pakistani team of those days, and the Pakistani team of today?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a different, I wouldn't say a difficult one. I mean, the team that I played against, you have some of the biggest names that the games will ever see. I don't know. I mean, I knew the people that watched cricket in those days, the 90s and early 2000s. I think those 20 years were unbelievable years of cricket. If you go back to the late 80s till about 2007, 2008, we were looking at space of 25 years. There were some unbelievable cricketers played, and look, I mean, I think the fast bowling stocks here in Pakistan is still as strong as it was then. Yes. Obviously you got Babar Azam now, you still got the Rizwan. Guys that, they got, there's always still quality there. Not as many maybe as the previous years, at India. I mean, you can go through all of them. But, there's opportunity for these guys, and there's new names that obviously going to make new guys are going to make names for themselves now. So I think it's very much I wouldn't say a rebuilding phase, but I just think it's unbelievable how you guys produce fast bowlers like it's going out of fashion. It's like you're picking it off trees, they just season after season, you just come, there's like five new.
Talking of fast bowlers, how do you feel about the Pakistani captain in 1992 who is now the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan?
Yeah, look, I mean, for greatness, you couldn't, you can't look any further than, further than Imran Khan. He was an inspiration, I think, obviously to the nation, and did unbelievably well as Pakistan, captain. So, yeah, I mean, and obviously as a politician, and Prime Minister, he's done wonders too. So, doesn't surprise me. He achieved a lot on the field, and he's done a world of good for the country as far as Pakistan is concerned as well.
Right. So coming back to KPL, how do you see this is going to make wonders for the cricket and for the people who are, talented, but they didn't have the opportunity, especially in the region of Kashmir?
Yeah, look, I mean, firstly, I've got to say how beautiful the setting is. Kashmir is unbelievable setting. It's definitely in the top 5 or top 6 prettiest grounds that I've been to. And look, I mean, there's another opportunity. I think the standard of cricket last season was fantastic. You couldn't have asked for a better launch season, first season, and hopefully there's more to come. I think there's definitely more to come. There's more excitement. I think, and it can only do wonders for the depth as far as the talent is concerned in Pakistan cricket. I mean, if you can get all these different leagues, up and running, and to grow the talent group with regards to cricket in Pakistan, it can only do them a world of good. So the more you have, the more there's recognition for them and more opportunity first and foremost, because everybody, you've got so many cricketers out here and everybody just wants an opportunity. And like I said,
we produce cricketers on the streets actually in Pakistan.
I know, and I've seen it, I've seen it everywhere. So it's, like I said, they're all big for that opportunity. Sometimes it's life-changing.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see, but you never know what sort of talent is out there until they get the opportunity.
But when you interacted with the players from Kashmir, what do you think about their talent?
Yeah, like I said, I thought the standard of the bowling and batting was exceptional last year. I mean, the results show it. The games were very close. The fielding a little bit dodgy sometimes. But other than that, look, I can't complain. I think the facilities were fantastic. I think the people appreciated it. And, we can get the excitement to the level of the PSL. Maybe after a couple of seasons here in the Kashmir League, you never know. I mean, as they say, once bitten, twice shy. But I think you've got a wonderful product here, and think that it'll grow from strength to strength.
Right.
But when the name of Kashmir is associated with the Kashmir Premier League, the whole world comes to know about what is happening in Kashmir, and people start to compare this region, the side that is on India, the side which is with Pakistan. How do you feel about the whole issue of Kashmir and what is going on with the people over there?
Look, I mean, I'll still probably need to diverge, into it a little bit longer. I don't, completely understand the in-depth as to the whole politics side of things. But I understand the gist of it. But who am I to say? I mean, I come out here and for me, it's just about the cricket. I mean, I don't, that's the reason why if I was into politics, I probably, would have said, well, fine. If you want to make it, if I'm talking about BCCI now, they say you want to make it political, then that's their problem. I look at everything from a cricketing point of view as opportunity for cricket side of things. And that's the only way I look at it. I don't divulge too much into politics, and that's the way it should always be.
It should always be about the sport.
Correct. No, first and foremost, always.
Yeah.
Most importantly.
Which team has been the most challenging to play against for you?
Internationally?
Yeah.
Oh, look, we ran into Steve Waugh's team, the Australian team, many a time, and I think the people that knew and watched them, you could see how really good they were as a team. I mean, they were just phenomenal. They cleaned up wherever they played, subcontinent, everywhere, South Africa. So, Australia's team, Steve Waugh and then Ricky Ponting. Yes. Those teams were those were phenomenal. Yes. Yeah, definitely. And I say that with a greater respect to all the other teams, the other nations. But I think the other nations know themselves how great Steve Waugh's and Ricky Ponting's Australian team was.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Finally, what message would you give to the young Kashmiri cricketers and the young Pakistani cricketers who want to be a part of those teams?
Yeah, I always say that there's opportunity here for everybody, and if you get one of the lucky ones to have that opportunity, don't take things for granted. Take it with both hands. Be prepared when if you've been chosen. Be prepared for it. I always say, I look at this, and I always talk about the physical side of things. Yes. And when you, as a youngster, when you dream of becoming an international cricketer, you have one opportunity. Some of them will play international cricket, and some will just play maybe KPL, and they might play PSL. Hopefully they do, and then maybe go on to play international cricket. But if they don't, you always picture yourself in prime condition, physically nice and trim and everything, And I could never understand how when players are not fit enough, they're not giving themselves enough of an opportunity or chance to fulfill their potential.
Right.
I can never understand that. You need to be in tip-top shape in order to play to your potential consistently. So in that way, it's about attitude. If you don't have that sort of attitude, you got to question how badly you actually want to succeed. And that's what I always give these youngsters.
Question. Yeah. That's an important question for everybody to answer for themselves. But something that I really want to know, and a lot of people, a lot of women also, and men, what is with this crazy fan following that cricketers have, especially the popularity amongst women?
Especially the ball cricketers.
I think, I think
ball cricketers, not the hosts.
I think we're the only sportsmen that wear white, all white, you see. That's why. And women love white. So that is why we get the attraction, I think. So.
Any crazy fan moments? Any
crazy fan moments? Yeah, I can, but I can't say it on TV.
Thank you, Herschelle.
Thank you very much.
It was an honor to meet you and interview you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.